Hi guys, it's Ryan Florio here. I hope you're staying happy, safe, and healthy during COVID-19, and hopefully we can all be back on campus very soon. But today, for public speaking, my topic today will be why I think college athletes should get paid. And being a college athlete myself, I happen to let my bias in on my argument. I truly believe college athletes should get paid for three main reasons. And I want to hit those reasons. And the first reason is it's a job, and I want to explain why it's a job. And the second reason is a misconception that I think people who don't play a sport believe, and why they're so against it. But maybe if they just heard me out, I could change their mind. And then third of all, the stats of kids who are playing college sports and what they come from, and why getting a little bit of money would help. So the first things first is, like I said, it's a job. If you were to work at the grocery store or be a landscaper or a painter, you're going to get paid for the hours that you work. Well, with us lifting at 6 in the morning and class from 8 to 12, and then lunch, maybe for an hour, and then practice from 2 to 5, and then dinner, and we're done at 7:30, we're expected to get all of our work done, just like people who don't play a sport. We're expected to turn everything in on time. We're supposed to do extra work, put in extra hours. We got to study still. There's no really time slot. You can't really find a time slot for a job. You don't have 15 free hours in a week. You don't have 10 free hours in a week. And what we're doing is very strenuous, whether it's conditioning two times a week and lifting the other 3 times a week with a 3-hour practice every day. It is a full labor, and for any type of labor, you should get paid. And not having the opportunity to have a job is also very hurtful, and that's because of our schedule. Because like my sport, for instance, I play baseball. It's from, let's say, January to February to about end of May. And our fall season, when we report back to campus, is about September 1st to December 1st, right before we leave for Christmas break. So from September to December, we're probably more busy than we are in season, so there's no time for a job. During baseball season, you can't have a job because you're traveling, of course, now. And then from the months of May to July and August, you can't have a job because you're either playing, like we play summer ball, 45 games in the summer, 50 games in the spring, and then every day of fall practice. And even if you are, you have to go to the gym, you have to prepare, you have to throw, run, hit, whatever it may be. You're almost preparing for your preparation. The summer you prepare for the fall, which is your preparation for the season. So you really don't have time to be able to get a job. For instance, college football players, their season ends January. 2 weeks later, they're on their winter workout program. Then they go into spring ball. Then they have their summer workout program. And then they play their season. So there's no really time for a job, per se, to work, like an actual job. But it's weird because this itself is a job. So that's my first reason why I think college athletes should get paid. The second reason is a misconception. I think regular people who don't play sport, they hear, oh, that person's on a full ride scholarship. Oh, that person's on a half scholarship. Yes, true, college is paid for. But it's not like that scholarship money goes straight into your bank account. Oh, college is $50,000, you're on a full ride, here's $50,000. No, that's not how it works. Yes, you don't have to pay for room, you don't have to pay for textbook, your meal plan, I get that. But that doesn't mean you have spending money to go out and get a meal, or to put gas in your car, to go buy groceries, whatever it may be. That money's not there. So if a college athlete, let's say, gets $100 a month from the NCAA, which is a $1 billion organization, then yeah, they can spend 15, 20 bucks a week on whatever they need to. They don't have to call their parents, at begging for money because they don't have a job. So just my point is that just because yes, scholarships do help out and will help in the long run with loans and everything, it doesn't mean money is going straight into the kid's bank account right away. And the third point I want to make is that 86% of students, NCAA students, athletes, live below the poverty line. And 16% of those students come from a single parent household. And the reason I bring that up is because those 16% of kids, those parents are having to work multiple jobs just to pay the bills for the house, and just to pay for the other siblings and groceries and everything like that. Not to mention that if their kid isn't on a full scholarship, now they are having to pay for the kid's college as well, which could be $100,000 in 4 years. It could be $200,000. It doesn't matter. On top of that, they're having to give them money as well, gas money, spending money, whatever it may be. So if we decide, the NCAA decides to pay college athletes, let's say $150 a month. Well, now that kid's got gas for the month. Now that kid's got groceries if he's living off campus. Now that kid's got a little bit of extra spending money if he doesn't spend everything, you know what I'm saying? And it helps parents out because why are we putting these people in poverty? If they already can't afford something already, why are we making their burden a little bit more when the NCAA is worth billions and billions of dollars? So that's my point with that. Not everything is so special. Just because you're on a full ride doesn't mean you don't need a little bit of help here and there. And what these kids do, they could turn around their money and give it to their parents for providing for them. This money could be great. I also understand, and I want to throw out the point that yes, paying college athletes could take away from the actual reason they play a sport. Instead of playing a sport that because they love it, they now could play because they might get, let's say, $3,000 over a year, $5,000, whatever the total may be. And yes, that is a con, and that is something that you would have to think about. But at the same time, think about all the kids who need a little bit of money. First, they're working a job. Secondly, it's not like their scholarship goes into it. And third, 86% of people are living in poverty with kids that are NCAA athletes. So I'm not advocating for, $1,000 a month or, $5,000 a year. I'm just asking for a little bit of money because I know it helped me for sure, because we don't have time, like I said, to work a real job and everything like that. So I hope you hear me out. I hope you understand my points. And I really, really, really hope that you think about the main picture here and see that it's not all, sunshine and roses. There's a lot of dark places and dark things that happen behind the scenes. And just a scholarship can't really change, everything in a person's life. A little bit, but not everything. So, thank you for hearing me out. And I hope you guys stay safe and healthy, like I mentioned before.